Hi everyone! So today I'm back with another color comparison video. Today we're gonna be taking a look at Ultramarine Pink. Now, Roman Szmal's is called Ultramarine Pink and Old Holland's is Ultramarine Red Pink, I believe, but both of them are made with PR259. Now, in the past, I believe M.Graham as well as other brands may have used PR258. But in recent years, M.Graham actually changed their pigment to PV15. So let's take a look how it compares to the former PR259. Now, I've actually made a few videos that compare PV15 to each other, but the most relevant comparison video of PV15 I will link down below, because with that one I will show you the Ultramarine Violet, and then the PV15 that looks actually like pinkish, and then the Szmal blue. So I'll leave that down below if you're more interested in PV15 later. So yeah, let's just get into this today. Alright, first up is Roman Szmal. Now for all of these, I'm going to have pre-wetted them, like let them reactivate already, because they are a low tinting color, so that when I lay down the paint, then you'll know that that's like its mass tone. See, it is quite a low tinting color. With Roman Szmal's, it's a very nice, like, I'd say it's like a soft red violet color. Beautiful. It's very much like a cobalt violet, PV14. However, it is like rather a more muted soft color instead of like a more vibrant violet. And then we have Old Holland. All right. So Old Holland, seems a bit more, what do you call it? Old Holland actually seems a bit slightly more muted. What is happening? I wonder why there are specks. That's odd. Anyway, the hue is actually rather the same, but Roman Szmal's does look more vibrant and Old Holland's does look the slightest bit more muted. Let's move on to M.Graham. And this one is the only one that's PV15 out of the three. And wow, I am impressed that it's like, it's the tiniest bit more violety, I guess, and feels not as low tinting. So out of the three, it does feel like it's not as low tinting as these two. So yeah, I'd say Old Holland was sort of like the lowest tinting, and then Roman Szmal, and then M.Graham is like the highest tinting, even though it is still rather a low tinting color. All right, let's wait for these to dry and then we'll be right back. So I'm back, the swatches have all dried, and I'm really liking the granulation effect that each of these have. I feel like it's really distinct from one another. So first up, Roman Szmal's. I feel like it's very similar to Cobalt Violet. Oh, I do have to say that all of these, the granulation is rather subtle, so you don't really see that granulation like you get in Ultramarine Blue or like Cobalt Blue, those other heavily granulating colors. These are more on the more subtle side, soft granulation. I mean, if you don't notice it, it's hardly even there. And with Roman Szmal's, it's really much of like an even color, where the base color and the granulation color seems to be pretty uniform, pretty same color, you know. And Old Holland's as well. However, I do see that like I may have used too much water with Old Holland's, but the pigment around the edges after the water has dried seems to be like a little bit of a dark red violet. So that's something to take note of. And M.Graham's PV15 Ultramarine Pink is very interesting in that the base color is like pink, but the granulation feels more like a manganese violet type of color. So you do get sort of like a two-tone color situation going on with the M.Graham. I'm looking at the viewfinder right now and I feel like the camera isn't really doing it justice. So I'll try my best to color correct as best I can. But yeah, this is a very beautiful light color. You could use it in skies. That's what I use it for, when you want that like little subtle touch of violety pink. Or you could use it to tint a whole piece of artwork without it going overboard, because it is a low tinting pigment. So there we have it. That's pretty much it for today's comparison. Do let me know down below if you use ultramarine pink at all, or if it's just a super low tinting color that you're not interested in. I actually recently used ultramarine pink in a piece of painting that I will put up here. It might not be the best at featuring the color, but you can see that it does work in a painting, and it's not all that low tinting, you know? Anyway, that's all I have for you today. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drink lots of water and stay hydrated.